On the edge of Lake Erie, in a quiet neighborhood, is the old gateway to Motor City.
We're in Detroit, Michigan, a city that in many ways built America, and a city that has also famously and tragically declined over the decades.
In the satellite neighborhood of Corktown, this building stands above all others.
The most striking thing about this building is its sheer size. It's something you definitely expect to see in the center of the city, but not necessarily 2 miles outside of it.
The grand architecture continues inside.
This place is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the place inside is very ornate. There's grand columns and the arches.
For 3/4 of a century, the fate of this building and Detroit were tied. It's been empty for 30 years, but now there are signs of change.
Not long ago, this building was a decaying hulk. Today, there's a lot of activity here. Something's going on to bring this old building back to life.
Everywhere I go and I sit next to somebody and I tell them what I do, they have a story about this building. When you think about, Detroit is the Motor City, we were part of that original revolution. It's iconic and we want it to continue to be iconic in a number of meaningful ways.
Ashton Parsons first heard of this place from an article on the internet. Now, he helps preserve its history.
The first time I ever came into this space, I couldn't believe how large it was. The scale is unbelievable. You can be read numbers and sizes, but the overall beauty and attention to detail is incredible.
The centerpiece is its domed ceiling.
What we're looking at is the top side of one of the 3 incredibly massive arches or domes. Each one of these domes is thousands upon thousands of tiles interlaced together to create not only a beautiful look, but some of the strongest domes that you could imagine.
But the expensive architecture is only a facade. This structure was built for a desperate need before Detroit earned the name Motor City.
Detroit had always been in a remarkable location for all kinds of economic activity. It started as a trading post for beaver pelts.
By 1910, Detroit was already a major city, known for its metalworks. It also became home to Henry Ford's famous automotive factory on Piquette Avenue.
Manufacturing in Detroit was booming, but to become a true powerhouse, the city needed a modern transport system. This is the Michigan Central Station, connecting Detroit to the rest of the United States.
Michigan Central Station was meant to be both a cutting-edge facility to handle all this rail traffic, but also a symbol of Detroit's growth and strength.
But before the station was ready to open, tragedy struck the city.
In December of 1913, while the terminal was being built, Detroit's existing railway depot was severely damaged by a fire.
In an act of desperation, the new Michigan Central Station was opened early.
The Michigan Central Station was really thrust into an opening without any fanfare. It opened and they were ready for it.
Trains were going in and out of the new station with only a few hours' notice. This was a testament to the ingenuity of the people of Detroit.
Within a few months, thousands of travelers from across the United States poured through the station.
We're here in the concourse. You would have had offices upstairs, people walking to and fro. You would have had all manner of people coming in and out of their trains up this ramp, porters coming in and out with their bags.
By the 1920s, 200 trains would leave Michigan Central every day. But the palace of the locomotive would usher in the age of the automobile.
Henry Ford had introduced his revolutionary Model T automobile, and as demand for that car grew, so did Ford's need for workers.
The Detroit Board of Commerce contacted New York's Immigrant Reception Center and asked them to direct manual laborers into their city.
Tens of thousands of immigrants passed through Michigan Central Station and into Detroit, where factory jobs were waiting for them.
They would come here from all different walks of life, all over the world, and this is where they would come to. And so because of that, Michigan Central Station has sort of rightly earned the nickname the Ellis Island of Detroit.
Detroit's new workforce created Motor City. But by the 1950s, boom had already turned to bust.